The character society is all about. Don't care what it says, it's in or out. Hi everybody, OverPushed Tim here again. This is another one of the times I need to do a video like this, just talking about things that I thought they needed to talk about. And this is also one of the times that I didn't feel, like being able to think of everything that I wanted to talk about and how, and what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it without notes. So I found this word app called Words with a Z at the end instead of an S. I already, before this video, typed everything in there that I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. And there was already the Windows 11 already on my laptop, but that would bring up a message bar, or box prompting me to pay for it, and I don't have the money to pay, so I felt I had to find that. I had to find a free WordPad app like this Words. Yeah, it's just like the XP WordPad. From when XP was out, just accept that, the color, the default color is white instead, because I felt I needed to type everything that I was going to say this time and how I wanted to say it, in that Words app. That's where every once in a while I'll have to be looking over at my laptop a bit, just to, make sure that I don't forget the next thing I want to say and how I want to say it. Now I feel I can for sure more say welcome to OverPushed World, because of it looking quite enough more like a world of mine that I built. How I said in the past, but because of still not having been able to get my disability money back, or get other money coming in, that's also where any software that I either want or need, it has to be free. So, besides a WordPad app, needing one that's free and got that Words download installed, I also needed to buy or find a world building software online that was also free. And the best, free one that I could, at least find or seem to at least find is one called TerreSculptor. But it's the 2.0 version though, because right now, the 3.0 is a more recent or latest version, and that one, it looked, by what I've seen online about it, it looked like, I remember seeing something sounding like that one you have to pay, but the 2.0 is free. At least the 2.0 of TerreSculptor. But because of the TerreSculptor, having being one that looks like it's going to take a long enough time to get the hang of, I know for sure for me, to get the hang of. That's where because I didn't want to have to wait for however long it would take me to get the hang of TerreSculptor, just to get a world built, to come on here with, behind me, an OverPushed world. That's where I had to in TerreSculptor, just get my terrain built at least. That's why I've at least been able to, follow a guy on YouTube, talking about TerreSculptor 2.0, showing how to do is how to build the TerreSculptor terrain. And then what I did was, or what I at least had to do to, get the, what looked like a world, totally built, was I had to, go online and look for landscape pictures to download. And then in Paint Shop Pro, I had to select, parts of those landscape pictures and then under selections go to down to modify, and then in then I had to either feather, smooth and feather, or just feather, the selections, or selected parts of the landscape pictures, and then copy, the parts that I selected, and either smooth and feathered, or just feathered, and then copied them parts, and pasted them over onto my TerreSculptor terrain. Yeah, and then that way they would nicely blend together when I would copy the parts of the landscape pictures that I either had to smooth and feather, or just feather in PaintShop Pro. Yeah, by feathering, the selected parts of those landscape pictures, or smoothing and feathering the edges of the parts I selected of those landscape pictures, that made them blend together nice. Yeah, onto my TerreSculptor terrain. And now I'm going to have a screen video recording of that, of me in PaintShop Pro, taking each of those parts of those landscape pictures away one at a time, by turning them off one at a time in the right side column or pane, where you can turn them on and off. Then after I get them all turned off, and then you see it all just down to the TerreSculptor terrain. Then I'll be adding them back in one at a time like that. That way, everybody watching this video of mine, can see that, first getting a TerreSculptor terrain built in TerreSculptor is like, building a foundation first to put those landscape pictures on, or maybe you should say, to lay the landscape pictures on, because yeah, then whichever those they put on a hill or a mountain, part of the TerreSculptor terrain, they naturally look as if they're on a hill or mountain. Whichever parts of landscape pictures that I copied and pasted, laid into into a valley of the TerreSculptor terrain, they also naturally looked like they were in a valley. Yeah, and then the mountains, whichever parts of those landscape pictures had a mountain, or mountains, I tried to get all of them, right with the mountain parts of my TerreSculptor terrain. I'll be working in TerreSculptor more as I can get the time to get more of the hang of it. Yeah, try to get totally the hang of it. Yeah, so that I can write in TerreSculptor, get a world built, also with it looking like real natural land. But right now, just downloading pictures or landscape pictures, and selecting parts, that the parts I felt would, work best or, or look the best, together from the landscape pictures, and then feathering, either smoothing or feathering, or just feathering the edges, and then copying and pasting those smooth and feathered, selections, and and laying them onto my TerreSculptor terrain. That was at least, yeah, for not feeling like being able to wait to totally get the hang of TerreSculptor, to get what I to get built what I felt I could call an OverPushed tomb world here. That's where that was at least the next best thing that I felt I could do was download landscape pictures and do that. Import into Paint Shop Pro, and then select the parts I felt would best go together, and feather, and smoothen the edges of the selected parts, and then lay them onto my TerreSculptor terrain. I felt that was the best I could do, to get an overpushed world, built fast enough. Just the thing that TerreSculptor, can't do is, I'm sure that in TerreSculptor you can't put in buildings or people or like cars um, or saws and hammers and other tools and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always gonna, have to still, find pictures online of all that stuff and put it in, like, after I get the hang of how to, totally, build the world, a world in TerreSculptor, also with, with it looking like real natural land that I built in TerreSculptor, until I get really a lot more of the hang of TerreSculptor to be able to do that, to get a world all built in TerreSculptor that looks looks like all natural land in the world of mine that I built on there. I'm this is the best, the next best thing that I could see to do is, or that's going to be the at least best that I can do. That is then look for pictures of buildings and people and cars and animals and hammers, saws, and other tools, that kind of stuff. I'm going to have to look for pictures of all that stuff to download, and then do the same thing, and copy and paste them in onto onto the my world that I totally build in TerreSculptor. Or I don't know if right now, if there's anybody who might say, don't even worry about trying to get a world totally all built right in TerreSculptor. That they might say, just go with what you got built, even with parts of landscape pictures all put together, because it does look nice. Yeah, when I show it in this video, it does look nice. Even with just building the terrain in TerreSculptor, and then finding landscape pictures online and downloading them, and selecting parts of them, and smoothing and feathering them, and then copying and pasting them onto my TerreSculptor terrain. Yeah, it's still turned out looking like a pretty nice world that I got built, even with doing that. Yeah, the only way though that I could get a world totally built in any software, world building software, is if either anyone out there knows where I can find good totally free world building software online that that I can build to not only build the terrain and the land and have it look like all natural land, but also built to but it being one that also has the people and the animals and cars and hammer saws, other tools. Yeah, that's the only way I can get a world totally built in any world building software is as if anyone out there, if either anyone out there knows where online I can find a good totally free world building software that has it all in. It's about to put all those things in from right within the software, or also unless I otherwise am able to find a good free world building software myself that I can build put all that stuff in that can build get all that stuff built in the the terrain, the land, and have it all looking like all natural land, and then people and buildings and cars and hammer saws and other tools and stuff. My whole reason for getting or starting to get into world building is to give everybody that watches my videos a really good show, because of ever since I've been able to find in CapCut having ever since I've been able to find the background video removal feature that I always had that in CapCut, and so now right in CapCut I can remove the background of these videos that I do, with the just plain bare wall behind me in my place. Ever since I found out about having that feature in CapCut, that I can remove the background of the plain bare wall behind me. I can always do my videos with it looking like just like I'm right in my OverPushed world. I know it's been a long time that I've been away from working on my songs, but I felt that I need to do what I've been doing for quite a long while lately, like doing the videos I've been doing with the kind of thumbnails that I've been making for them, and then now trying to get a what I feel I can call an OverPushed world built as a really cool background behind me when I do my videos, especially because I don't have anything right now that I can set up or put up on the bare wall behind me. Yeah, I felt that right now I needed to do all that kind of stuff because of remembering for sure a couple YouTube videos. The guys teaching music art success stuff. Talking about branding. When I really thought about it, I was like, yeah, I could get really good songs out there, upload to my Facebook and YouTube and to whatever other platform, but then they might not have been getting clicked on, or might not have been very likely to get clicked on if I didn't first be doing the kind of videos I've been doing lately, with the kind of thumbnails they've been making for them, and then getting what I feel I could call an OverPushed world built, because they say that in order for even any music or songs to be really likely enough to get clicked on, or get enough clicks, that a person's got to have good images on their songs, or on videos of their songs, or even on just audios of their songs. There's those MP3 kind of apps that put a song a song, and just the MP3 audio of a song, and then you can you know there's a part where you can get a picture, put a picture in, yeah, a picture that's going to get clicks, so that even when it's just audio, of a song, but people see it online with good images, then they're going to be likely enough to get clicks. Yeah, now I think I'm going to make it just one more thing that I'm going to talk about, because of when it comes to my phone being when it comes to on my phone, I should say, being the only source of internet that I have. Yeah, and then when it comes to using the internet on my laptop, my only source of internet is on my phone by USB tethering, my laptop to my phone, or doing USB tethering over my phone from my laptop. Yeah, so when whether it's just on my phone or USB tethering my laptop, over my phone, over my phone's internet, and that being where I don't want to read too long of videos, because the longer that I make them, then the more I gotta scale down the video file size, which then you have to scale down the video quality, all the different the three different video qualities that you have in any in any video file converting program. When you have to scale those things down just to get any video down to a smaller enough file size, so it don't take too long to upload. Then the more video quality loss that you have, and so that's where I was going to make it only one more thing that I'm going to talk about yet, and that is about 3 or 4 years ago. There's this one young woman who I don't remember her personal name or what her channel name was, but she was one who was saying that if after so long of doing YouTube, that you still only have so many views, likes, subscribes, and followers, and watch time, that then doing YouTube probably isn't for you. The thing where that really quite got me inside is because of knowing that was also meaning me, when I knew that I'd been doing YouTube for a long enough time, and still only got so many views, likes, subscribes, followers, and only so much watch time to get monetized. For sure, ever since I heard a YouTuber named Rafi with the channel name Rafi was here, ever since I heard him say that that mostly the reason that a person should do their videos on YouTube is mostly for the two reasons of, because it's what they like to do about whatever their thing is, and then also because they got something to say. Yeah, so that's where I feel it's a bunch of bull crap that young woman 3 or 4 years ago saying that if your channel is not really growing big enough so fast, that then YouTube probably isn't for you. Well, I really believe that even for the rest of my life and the lives of others like me, whose channels have still only gotten only so big with only, it was still only so many views, likes, subscribes, followers, and watch time after so long of doing it, of doing YouTube. Yeah, that I really feel that that even for the rest of our lives, our channels still really don't grow very much more with very much more views, likes, subscribes, follows, and watch time. That I feel that that doesn't matter because to me, YouTube is to do, about, like what that YouTuber Rafi said, which is because it's what they love to do about whatever their thing is or whatever their passions are, and because they got something to say. I, however, still do feel that it really would be better if I did start getting the amount of views, likes, subscribes, follows, and watch time to soon get monetized. I really do feel that that really would be better. But at the same time, I don't feel that that's what has to happen just to continue doing YouTube. No. Um, all that I need to do to continue doing YouTube is to keep doing it for mostly those two reasons that the YouTuber Rafi on the channel Rafi was here said that I only need to be doing YouTube mostly for those two reasons. That it's because it's what I love to do about whatever my thing is or whatever my passions are, and because I got something to say. Yeah, and so yeah, also where I hate like that young woman who said that 3 or 4 years ago that if a person's channel if they've been doing YouTube for so long a time and their channel still hasn't regrown very big, it still only has maybe somewhere over 100 views, likes, subscribes, follows, and only has so much watch time. Also, another thing I had about people like her saying that is because that discouraging, also all other people like me who aren't able to have the good fortune of our channels growing, so big in so fast a time. Yeah, that I hate that just because people like that young woman, just because ones like her been able to have the good fortune of the channels growing so big so fast. I hate that they have to say, something like that, discouraging also all others like me whose channels have only grown only so much because of discouraging also, all others like me who've been doing YouTube, for such a long time and our channel is still only grown only so much with only so many, views, like subscribes, follows, and watch time. I thought I should also just say yet that for all those out there who may not know what the OverPushed part of my name, that I'm being on here with means, what it means is overpushed means, in other words, being pushed too far or having been pushed too far or like pushed over the edge. So like things, the system and people and the society these days, that's really not right. Yeah, there's enough of those, kind of things that really make me feel, either pushed too far or pushed over the edge. Yeah, there's quite enough things of the, the system, people, and society these days that's not right that I really feel either pushed too far or pushed over the edge about. So that's how I get over pushed and then, put my name after it. And so now that's for sure the last thing that I want to, talk about. So now I'll make that the end of this video. Goodbye, everybody. The only way to truly be free is as a really truly be me.